building a life that is specifically, simply, and perfectly your own. I just love that. Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel, Discover with Kim. I am Kim. I'm so excited you're here with me today. Welcome to this week's weekly vlog. Welcome to the first weekly vlog of 2025. Welcome to how I'm reinventing my life. So I'm in the midst of a whole life reinvention, so I figured I'd take you guys along with me. This week we are going to be building my healthy wellness habits. We'll be talking about life and reinventing yourself, and I'm going to be taking you along with everything I get up to. So let's get right into it. Today's essay is number 23. It is titled, Everything is Here to Help You, How Intrinsically Motivated People Become the Best Versions of Themselves. So that's really fitting. This book kind of is fitting along with my reinvention, life reinvention, my building up to my favorite version of myself. It fits in really, really, really well. So that's exciting. my friends, I thought that we could sit down and have a little chat about how I'm reinventing my life. So let's talk about how I'm reinventing my life. I'm not going to go through every single habit that I'm doing. If you continue to watch my vlogs, you will slowly pick up on those habits and you will see them yourself. I'm going to talk about the overall general gist of reinventing your life. Now, the steps to reinventing your life are pretty simple. Reinventing your life itself, not so simple, but the steps, they're pretty simple. So let's go over a couple of them. The first thing you're going to need to do if you want to reinvent your life is you're going to need, well, the urge to do it, of course. You're going to need to be at a point in your life where you're no longer happy or satisfied with where you're at, and you're going to need the strong urge to want to change it and to completely reinvent it, or slightly reinvent it. That's completely up to you. Once you get that urge and know that you no longer want to live how you're living, the first thing you're going to need is a vision or a goal of where you want to be. So an overall general picture, pretty specific picture of what you want your life to look like, what you want your day-to-day to look like, what you want yourself to feel like, what you want your life to involve, the daily actions, the weekly actions, that kind of stuff. You need a good vision of what you want your life to be. That is very important because you can't reinvent your life if you don't know where you want it to go. So you need to figure out where you want your life to go, and then the next thing you need to do is you need to come up with the steps and the actions that you need to take to get to that bigger picture. So that big picture, it's probably going to take you a while to get there. It could take weeks, it could take months, it could take years. I'm not sure. So don't expect you to reinvent your life like that. It's going to take a lot of time. But if you have the big picture and then you create the steps to get there, you will get there over time. So you need to break your big picture down into steps. So break it down into some bigger steps of what you need to do. And then you need to continue to break those steps down until you get to actionable steps of stuff that you can do right now. So what are some actions that you can take today, tomorrow, to get yourself to that big picture? That is what you need. Well, you need the urge, you need your vision and your goal, and then you need your steps to get there. Now, once you do all of this planning and figure all of this stuff out, the next thing you need, and this is where it starts to get harder because the planning, the visioning, the creating the steps and the outlines, that's kind of the fun stuff. But after that, it gets into the hard work, it gets into the nitty-gritty. So once you have your steps, what you need to do is you need to take those steps. I know, that sounds pretty obvious, but this is where it gets hard because you don't need to take those steps once. You don't need to take those steps twice. You're going to need to take those steps over and over, day in and day out, week in and week out, even when you don't want to do it. So the most important thing now, once you have where you want to go and how you're going to get there, is you need just the consistency and the discipline to get yourself there. So you need to consistently show up every single day, every single week, every single month to get the actions done, to take those steps towards your goal. And you need to be disciplined because you're not going to want to show up every single day, every single week, every single month. You're just not. It's human nature. But you're going to have to get yourself to show up even when you don't want to. So even when you don't want to show up, even when you're tired, even when you're feeling unmotivated, which you're probably going to be feeling a lot, especially at the beginning, because that's the whole trick of it. The motivation doesn't come until you've been doing the work for a while. So even if you're feeling unmotivated, you're going to have the discipline to get yourself to show up. That's the most important thing. When you're reinventing your life, you have to be disciplined and you have to be consistent and you have to do it for the long haul. Those are the three most important things about reinventing your life: consistency, discipline, and longevity. Without those three things, it's never going to happen because you have to continue to show up for yourself and make it happen. So that's very much what I'm doing and what I'm going to be showing you guys in my weekly vlogs. I figured I will just record week in my life vlogs every single week, and I will show you guys me reinventing my life, me building up my healthy habits, all of my various wellness habits. And when I say wellness, of course I mean healthy habits like physical habits, but I also mean mental health, I also mean emotional health, I also mean like how I'm eating, how I'm moving, how I'm thinking, how I'm spending my money. So that's financial wellness. We got social wellness, making sure that I spend time with the people that I love and care about. So it is all aspects of my wellness that I'm building, my healthy wellness habits. It is all life encompassing when I say wellness. And I'm going to show you guys me showing up, building these habits, creating the life that I want, just working on becoming my favorite version of myself. I want to very much just be my favorite version of myself, feel like I'm showing up as the best version of myself every single day. That feels really important to me, especially at this point in my life, and I figured that's what I will do. I will bring you guys along with that and just show you that as I do it. I really want to just embrace all aspects of me, my creative self, so I'll be doing a lot more creative endeavors and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just going to bring you guys along with me. I plan to continue to learn and educate myself as I go. I do plan to make mistakes. I do plan to show you guys when I'm not feeling the best, not feeling the most motivated. I want to chat to you guys about it. One, so we can be there for each other. You can be there for me. I can be there for you. And two, just to show that we all go through different ebbs and flows as we work on reinventing ourselves. But that is my plan. Like I said, I'm not going to tell you every single healthy habit that I plan on doing as I reinvent my life, because that is very personal to me. Your life reinvention will be personal to you, but I do think that as you watch my vlogs, a lot of my healthy wellness habits are going to become very apparent, because you're going to be seeing me doing them every single day and every single week and sharing them all with you, and I'm so excited to do all of that. So I'm so excited you guys are here along for the ride. If you are thinking about or currently undergoing a life reinvention, I would love to hear all about it. Tell me all about it in the comments, and I would love to hear any tips or tricks you have as well, because I'm just getting started here. I would say I'm about a month into my life reinvention. I started around the beginning of February. Maybe it was probably around February 5th I really started slowly easing myself in. So like when I say slowly, I mean slowly. We started with like 2 days a week of like 10-minute movement. We started with some like evening stretching. We started with just very slow easing in, and I've just been amping it up. I did take some videos of that, but they were hot messes, so I'm not going to show any of those. But just know that I'm still at the beginning of my life reinvention journey. We are only about a month into it, so we are all in this together. If you're currently doing the same thing, and if you're not and you're just here for the fun or for whatever reason, welcome. I'm so glad you guys are here, and I'm so excited to continue on reinventing my life and taking you guys along with me. So expect weekly week in the life vlogs of me working on reinventing my life and building up to be the best version of me. Let's get back to it. Okay, I wanted to read a little snippet out of the passage of The Pivot Year. So I read this book over the last year and 2 months. It took me a little bit more than a year, but I really enjoyed it, and I highly recommend it. And this one passage is from day 358. I want to read you guys that day because it's just, I feel like it's just perfect to encompass this journey. So let's read it. I hope you find the courage to change course as often as you need to. I hope you never let your ego keep you on a path you know is not right for you. I hope you understand that life was never meant to move in straight lines, and that most of us live in a state of being too scared to even admit that what we spent so much time constructing around us was built with fragments of foreign, unfamiliar dreams. It takes a lot of heart to release it all into the nothingness and begin again, building a life that is specifically, simply, and perfectly your own. I absolutely love that. I feel like that captures this journey so perfectly well. Like, a life that is specifically, simply, and perfectly your own. That's exactly what we want. I love it. So yeah, highly recommend this book. I'll link it below. Happy Thursday, my friends. Today is recovery day, so let's get some stretching and foam rolling on. It is now Friday evening. I did not do a workout this morning. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. My throat is pretty sore and I'm just really low energy. I can feel that I'm kind of fighting a bug. So I listened to my body and I did not do a workout today. I was supposed to do a dance workout, so I'm kind of sad that I couldn't, but the energy that I would have taken to do it, there was no way. But I just tried to eat healthy, lay low a bit. I've been doing some planning. I did some journaling, some self-reflection, and then I've been doing some planning for next week. I think next week we're going to talk a little bit about why you need to stop planning so much. That's a trap that I fall into, so that's something that I want to talk to you guys about next week, is planning for your life reinvention and why you need to stop planning for it. And then I've just been trying to drink lots of water today. It is beautiful outside today. It was like 74 degrees, so I have all the windows open. I'm trying to get lots of fresh air in. It's actually really hurting my throat to talk, so we're gonna make this pretty quick. I wanted to finish up the week just by talking a little bit about the books I've read this month. So I mentioned that I'm trying to do a lot more with my hobbies. So one of the things I love is reading. So I'm trying to read a lot more. I'm sorry if you can hear traffic. The window is open behind you and Quinn is looking out, so I can't close it. I can't do that to her. But one of the hobbies I do love is reading, and I'm trying to make sure I read most days out of the week. So I want to talk about a couple of books I've read recently. So the first one I recently finished was The Pivot Year. You saw me read a snippet from it earlier. This is a book that it has a little snippet that you read every single day. So it's just like a paragraph, sometimes a couple lines, sometimes it's a whole page, and you just read it each day, and it just kind of gives you some food for thought. So I really like this book. I definitely think I'm going to read it again one day, but this is definitely something I recommend if you want to kind of get some mindset changes and some ideas about that. And then the first book I read this month was The Favorites. It is about two ice dancers and their career, just their journey, all the tragedies they go through, everything they go through as they try to get to the Olympics, all the big scandals and everything that they've dealt with. And honestly, I really liked the beginning of this book. It really gripped me and it pulled me in really, really fast. But by the middle of it, some of the twists and turns and some of the content, I was like, this is just getting to be a bit much. Like, I didn't need all of it. It was good, and the end of it was really satisfying, and I enjoyed it. And I ended up giving it, I think, 3.75 stars because I liked it. But yeah, some of the middle things, I just feel like they just threw some drama in there that it didn't need to be in there. But I did enjoy this, and I did love the figure dancing world. I love learning all about that. And then after that, I read A Killing Cold by Kate Alice Marshall. So this book is about a female who recently got engaged to a wealthy gentleman, and over winter he brings them to his family's isolated winter retreat. So there's cabins and a lodge, and while they're there, she finds a picture of herself from when she was really young, and she doesn't have any memory from when she was really young. So it's kind of a whole thriller, mystery, romance about why there's a picture of her and what's going on. I did like this book a lot too. It's pretty short. I enjoyed that, and I really enjoyed that the chapters were typically pretty short. I love a short chapter, and the story was really gripping that it kept me reading, and I read through it really fast because I wanted to know what happened. There were some really good big twists, and then at the end I feel like there was a couple twists at the end that like they weren't really needed. Again, like after the couple big twists, I was so like in and I was so done that like the last couple twists, they didn't really excite me. They were just like, okay, whatever. But I did enjoy this. I think I gave it 4 stars, 3.5 stars. I think I gave it 4 out of 5 stars because I liked it a lot, and it really it made me want to read it, and I read it really fast. And then the most recent book I finished was Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. So this book is it's a young adult romance. So it's about a girl who her crush from when she was a child moves back to town, and she uses the help of her neighbor nemesis guy to help her get back in good graces with her crush, and attempts to get him to ask her to prom. And it has some fake dating in it, and none of this is a spoiler because all of this is kind of like on the back of the book, so no spoilers here for any of these. But it was really cute, and I love young adult romance because they're just so fun sometimes. They're so lighthearted, and I love that it's just so fluffy. Sometimes I just really want a fluffy book. So I mean, of course there's always drama and everything in it, but it was a fluffy book and I really enjoyed it. So I like this one. I think I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars because I really liked it, and like had me smiling and giggling and wanting to keep reading it. And like I would read it like during the day, and I try not to read during the day too much because it gets me in trouble. So I really like this one. It was really cute. But yeah, those are my March reads so far. currently reading the second one to this. It's called Nothing Like the Movies. I'm like 140 pages in, and so far it's really cute again, so I'll update you guys on that one next week. And then honestly, if you like books and you want to hear more about my bookish stuff, I recently started a book talk because I'm a gluten for punishment. I can't seem to get enough of getting all my creative juices out, but I recently started a book talk, so it's called Discover Books with Kim. So if you're interested, go check that out on TikTok. And yeah, we'll be talking about books each week, hopefully, because they're one of my hobbies and one of the things I love. So if you love books too, I would love to hear what you are reading or what you've read so far this month, and let's chat about it. Alright my friends, this is where I'm going to leave you for the week. It is Friday evening, so it's the end of my weekly vlog, the week in my life. I had a pretty decent week working on building my healthy habits this week and working on just reinventing my life. I feel like this week was a very big mindset shift week for me. It was kind of very much like, get the things done, stop standing in your own way, because I stand in my own way a lot. Stop second guessing yourself and just go and get everything done. So that was a really big part of my week. I feel like that was a big shift I took. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the first weekly vlog in my life reinvention series. I'm so excited to share this journey with you guys and to hear about everything that you guys are going through. I am going to finish up my night just doing some cleaning. I have some dishes, some vacuuming, all that fun stuff. I'm not gonna kick you guys with me because my throat hurts so bad. I just need to get it done. But thank you guys so much for being here this week. I'm so excited to start my week in the life vlogs and to get back to my wellness vlogging. I've really missed it, and I'm really excited to chat with you guys more. So thank you so much for being here. Please do leave a comment, tell me what you guys are up to. Hit that like button because we all like those affirmations, and of course, subscribe so you can stay with me for the rest of this journey. Live well, my friends, and go discover. Have a great week. Bye.